Welcome to the online tutorial for registering for Oregon State eCampus online classes. To register for eCampus classes, log in to the Online Services portal accessible from the MyOSU homepage. Click on the Student tab, and then click on Add Drop Classes. If prompted, you will need to input the registration PIN obtained from your academic advisor. If you are a non-degree student, you will have received your PIN after completing the eCampus online orientation. You will need to select the term in which you plan to register. Use the drop-down box to choose the appropriate term. From here, you will see the Add Drop Classes page. If you know the course reference number, or CRN, you can enter it into the boxes provided. Once you have entered each CRN, click Submit Changes to register. You can also search for the course you want by clicking on the Class Search button. You will select a subject from the Lookup Classes to Add page. For this example, I will use Economics. You will then click Course Search. The next page will show a listing of all courses offered within that subject. You will select View Sections for the course you plan to register for. This page will show all of the information for each section of the course, including the designated day and time, the capacity for the class, remaining seats, and the instructor. All eCampus courses will not have a location or specific time listed. Instead, it will say TBA. If the class you are looking at has a location or a designated time, it is an on-campus class. You also need to pay attention to the type of class listed. For an eCampus online class, it should always say ONL for online. To add the course, click the corresponding box under the Select column. Scroll down to either the Register or Add to Worksheet button. If you select Add to Worksheet, it will populate the CRN number into the boxes shown on the Add Drop Classes page. You will need to select the Submit Changes button at the bottom of the page to register. Once you click Submit, a pop-up box will appear, letting you know that you are registering for an eCampus course, as the tuition is different than on campus. Please note that if you are an on-campus student registering for an eCampus course, you will be charged tuition and fees for your on-campus classes, in addition to the eCampus tuition. If there are any restrictions or prerequisites that would prevent you from registering for the class, you will see the Registration Add Errors at the bottom of the page. Please take note of the error for clarification when asking for assistance. If you would like to get an override for a class, you will need to contact the department offering the course. If you obtain an override, you must enter the CRN into the boxes and submit changes to get it added to your class schedule. If there were no restrictions preventing you from registering, you will see the course added to your current schedule. By looking at the Status column, it will show that you have successfully registered for the course and the date it was added. Please note that if you registered for an eCampus class, under Level, it will say eCampus Undergraduate Course. Follow the same steps to add additional courses. As you prepare for future terms, we highly recommend that you look at the eCampus schedule of classes for planning purposes. This will help reduce confusion around upcoming classes, as it will only show classes that are offered online. Please read any information listed in the Comments and Restrictions sections to give you more specific information about the class. You will also want to take note of any prerequisites or restrictions that might prevent you from registering for the course. If you have any questions when registering for courses, please contact the Student Services Support Team at eCampus. They can be reached by email at ecampus.ess@oregonstate.edu or by calling 800-667-1465 and selecting option number 1. Thank you.